What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much because you just tuned in to Real Last right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host today. I'm in the big seat. My name is Mr. James John, comedian extraordinaire, and the host of The Lowdown, the late night talk show on Afro TV channel 1623. Shameless plug. Be sure to tune in and see that. And I am joined in studio today, not with my normal cast, not with my brothers in comedy because they are all gone. Ken Miller is not here today. And I believe Mr. Miguel Colon Jr. is in Austin doing some amazing comedy at some of the new opening comedy clubs there. So God bless him and good luck on stage, Miguel. But I am joined by an old friend of ours. You guys know him and love him. You know him from the podcast With a Side of Chaos, one of the world's most interesting men. And I'm talking about Patricio, a.k.a. Rocky, in the building with us today. Patricio, what's going on, man?
I'm upset because if someone tells me it's September 14th right now. And if someone tells me happy holidays one more time, I'm going to fight them in the front yard. All right.
Somebody told you
Because
happy holidays?
someone told me happy holidays this week. And I wanted to Baker Act them because there was something seriously wrong with them.
Bro, did I miss it again? Did Kwanzaa happen? What happened? What's bruh, what holiday we talking about?
I assume they were, making fun, happy Halloween holiday, coming up. No,
Bruh,
they were going straight for that tree, and they were saying, happy holidays. We're in the holiday season,
Jesus, come
and
on, y'all.
I'm sorry, that person was one pumpkin spice latte away from getting an ass whooping.
That's how you know it's a holiday when you go into Starbucks and everything's pumpkin. That's when you
Hmm.
know it's a fall is coming. And that other voice you hear in the background laughing is a very good friend of mine. You've seen her on my show, The Lowdown, again, shameless plug. She's a sexual health and wellness coach, Miss Erica Rivera in the house. What's going on?
Hey, thank you for having me. It's been a while.
It's
This
been a
was
minute.
overdue.
It's
Yeah.
been a minute. No, I'm happy to have you here because I got some questions because you are a sexual health and wellness coach and you sometimes counsel. Uh, counsel. I don't need. Why you laughing? I don't need counseling. I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for a friend who looks like me who has diabetes too. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
uh,
No, but there's some things happening in the news, and I think it's right up your alley.
mhm.
You've counseled couples before, like you've had talks with them. You're trying to help them out, right? Because certain
Yes.
couples don't have great communication, and sometimes they
Mhm.
need someone in the middle, a mediator, to say, okay, this person wants this person wants that. Here's how you guys come together and agree upon it. So
Correct.
I know that sometimes when counseling couples, sometimes couples may say, hey, what if we try? Or you might give them advice and say, what if you try spicing things up a little bit, right? Now, is
Yes.
there any time that you can remember when it's come up and you have to tell the couple when they have an idea how to spice things up, you have to tell them, hey, you shouldn't do that.
Look, just because I wanted to bring a little person and Thousand Island dressing into the mix does not
Oh
make
my
me a bad person.
god. No, what's crazy is sometimes it's like I guess what I consider like simple things that people are like taking too far. So for example,
Oh,
like anal play, you would think like that's in my, for me it's kind of basic because I talk about so many
yes.
fetishes on a day to
Hmm.
day.
Yeah.
But like with anal, it's like, okay, you don't want to go straight for like this 8 inch, like,
Oh, wow.
you
Apparatus.
know.
We'll say that. Yeah. No, no, wait,
Now,
wait.
now, now Erica,
Wait. They come in sizes. They start at small, medium,
there's
and oh my God. Like
there's
that's
a reason why butt plugs are not that big, okay? Like
got it.
you need to work your way, okay?
That's
now,
funny. You literally you gotta
Erica,
start out small. It's funny.
So,
Take small steps
Erica,
before
it's my understanding that three orgasms gets you anal. Is that like the
Jesus.
agreed upon number?
Oh my gosh. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back.
I mean, it's a good number.
Gotcha.
It's a good
Gotcha. Now,
number.
let me try asking this way. Is there ever been something that they tell you, like the couples, they want to try something, like, man, that's probably illegal. Like you might get arrested for that. Like, hey, don't do that.
I mean, there's situations with like public indecency
Really?
can
Like,
still get you in trouble.
does that come up?
It has come up, and so it's like, okay, well, let's figure out a way you can kind of still fulfill that fantasy without getting arrested.
Yeah,
So
you know it's a bad idea when the guy's pitching, like, okay, Doc, hear me out.
this is
We're on a public bus. Yeah, like, no.
and what this just like made me think of a memory, not work related, but just because I live across the street from the beach. I'm about a block
Hmm.
away from the ocean. and
Which
we
is
have this
beautiful, by the
bar.
way. Yeah.
Like we have this bar that's open till 2 a.m. I live in a small town, so
Mm-hmm.
and there was one time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for a walk on my quiet beach, and
Yeah.
legit there was like bikers just like doing their thing. Like it had to be like 1 in the morning, just right there, and I'm like, man, if the cops just pulled through, like that'd be
Got you.
it.
But
Like,
that's when you think you're not gonna get caught on
that's
the
when you
beach,
think you're
one
not.
o'clock in the morning. You know, you thinking nobody's gonna be taking a walk out here, not minding their own damn business, Erica.
But
But
James,
like, I mean, but we've talked about James. We talked about like some. This is like some easy stuff compared to like those sex clubs that I was telling
Okay,
you
okay,
about.
all right, all right. Yes, there is.
I feel like we should establish
Patricio,
this
do
thing.
you see this? He was just like, no.
No. Because we have on my show talked about the fact that there are places
Mhm.
consenting adults can go. Let's just say it's like Disney for adults. We'll say they can go and partake in certain things. We'll say
Yeah,
it
the East
that way.
Colonial Waffle House. I get it.
Not East Colonial Waffle House. All right, y'all know the rules. You can come in, but you can't watch. No looky loos.
but that is exactly, those clubs are a safe way of doing that, a
Yeah.
legal
Oh,
and
I see
safe
what you're
way of
saying.
doing that. Yep.
Okay. Because I imagine certain people say things like, "Man, you got bail money." Okay, that's
Well, I mean, James, I mean, I've talked about this on previous episodes where, I've partaken in certain resorts, off of 182 past Simpson Road that, are
hmm
exclusive to those kind of lifestyles. And
hmm
now, like I said, like I'm not of that lifestyle, but like I get it. Like you go there to just be a little bit more free and in a judgment-free
No
zone.
judgment. Yeah, I was gonna say
Right.
that's what it is. Yeah,
Right.
and,
And
and the
there's
reason
less
I
risk of like, like running into someone in public, or, especially when it comes to like kids in public. Not that I'm saying people would do that, but unknowingly, if you're like in
yeah,
that situation, it's just better to
absolutely.
do it at a resort or an exclusive place for that.
And you're so right, because the reason I bring all this up, because there is a celebrity that's been in the news twice now in the past 2 weeks because he can't seem to keep his butt crack out of the news. And I'm talking about Kanye West. Like, I don't know, Erica, if you had seen it, but him and his girlfriend were in Italy on vacation on a water taxi, and they were engaging in activity that looked like she was performing. We'll say that. She was performing and she was not singing into a mic. We'll say that. Okay. So I just wondered if there's ever been instances when you're trying to counsel people and they want to try stuff like that. You're like, that's going to get you in trouble. You should probably not do that. Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh,
Gotcha.
definitely. And that's where I usually suggest like these types of places. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, they didn't even know those places existed.
Gotcha.
Like
They probably have the reverse reaction than I have. Like, they're probably like, what?
they're
We
like,
can
wait a
go
second.
there?
There's
Wait a
a
second.
place where I could like like yes,
And
there is.
she's like the Willy Wonka of these clubs. Like, come with me and you'll see a world of so many contraception. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Oh my god.
But it's
Yeah.
not just being watched or being, because the thrill of being caught is also a fantasy.
Oh
So the
yeah.
thrill of being
Oh,
caught
okay.
is
Gotcha.
also fantasy, being watched and also watching. So a lot of
hmm
times when I mention, hey, there's a safe space where you can do this, and they
hmm
look at me like, wait a second. So like
Yeah.
I could go and watch other people have sex too. And it's like,
And it's perfectly
and it's
fine.
perfectly fine. Yes.
That
Yeah.
is so awesome.
Really
Like
good.
That is
I'm
for
trying my
them, because
I'm
I have
trying my
no nerve to do that. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying my best for the next words that come out of my mouth for it not to sound like a creep. But
Mhm.
I partake in that lifestyle every now and then, and
Mhm.
I do like to watch. I do like the voyeurism aspect. And when I went to that place right there off of 192 near Simpson, um, I was in a dungeon. Well, it was called the dungeon,
Hmm.
and there was a woman who was being
Mhm.
she was being spanked. She was being
Mhm.
whipped. All
Mhm.
consenting.
Right.
And the thing is, I didn't want to hit her. I didn't want to be hit, but I
Mhm.
wanted to watch. So I asked the husband properly, like, is it okay if I could, watch this? And he sat me down face to face with her as she was, getting aroused by getting,
Wow.
paddled, getting nine-tailed, getting all that good stuff.
That's
I'm
such
just
a
going.
cool, like, honestly, it's such a cool experience too. And I think that,
Is it?
know, I mean,
Is
I
it?
think it's cool that like the dominant in that scenario, like, was like, you know what? Not only can you watch, but I'm going to basically give you front row. Like, remember, James, we don't yuck other
Yeah.
people's yums.
That's true. That's true. But he basically gave Patricio an IMAX seat. Like
Right,
he just,
right. So that's
Oh,
pretty.
yeah.
it
Pretty
wasn't it was an IMAX. It was 3D because she was like grabbing my shoulder and like digging her nails. Like I had marks.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum like you taught me. But black folks, we don't want to get beat. Trust me. That's our safe word is hitting you in your eye. Okay, that's
But when it comes to watching too, the voyeurism, I think
Mhm.
that the reason why people find that arousing too is that it's realistic. It's very different, I think, than watching porn. Because porn, it's like an acted, unless you're watching amateur porn, it's acted out, and sometimes you kind of lose the authenticity. But when you're watching a scene face to face, like in person, like I think that
you're
that's
almost involved though. I
you're
imagine like
almost
you're
yeah,
almost involved. Like you're there. Like it's into
yeah.
you're part of that intimacy.
Yeah.
I think
Exactly.
that's what it is.
Exactly. You're
Oh,
seeing
that
like
takes a lot of trust. Then that takes on his part to let Patricio. I get it.
mhm,
Okay, I understand. Okay,
mhm.
that
And
makes a lot
and
of
no,
sense.
actually one of the highest, sought out not categories, but like visual wise in on Pornhub is POV because it
Mhm.
gives the viewer the how do you call it? The stimulation of like being there, like they're
Yeah,
seeing it from the actor's point of view.
Gotcha. I mean,
exactly.
I'm not a guy who watches a lot of adult entertainment per se because there is something I found better than watching that. It's actually doing it. Like it's pretty good. Like I'm just saying. Like you can eat
I,
frozen
I,
pizza, but woo, that homemade when they
you're
really
not.
make the dough and toss it in the air and put sauce on it and put cheese and they ask you what toppings you want on it, bro. That tastes that woo.
You
That slaps like
custom right there.
bro.
You're talking about Giorgino's pizza. I'm okay with a slice from Little Caesars. All
It's
right.
for Little
No,
Caesars.
don't do that. 'Cause some people out here listening and eating pizza rolls. Okay,
Hmm.
yeah,
I have standards, James. All right, I
we,
have standards.
and when I say eating pizza rolls, they're eating them by themselves. Okay, nobody's there, man.
It's like, Josh, that's not how you use marinara sauce.
I know, right? Good lord, man. So I always enjoy that you're very honest with us. I mean, it does make me blush, but people want to hear stuff like this because I know people out there thinking the same thing. They have
Right,
those kind of things they want to try, but I'm just trying to keep y'all out of jail, man. Okay.
right,
Unless you
right.
got a really good lawyer, y'all keep it in a club, those clubs that exist on 192, or
Well,
make it a
that's
tour,
okay.
make it a party.
If we're not being transparent about it, then people are not encouraged to even explore some of that stuff, and it gets
True.
repressed, and it could lead into like some not so healthy ways of
Healthy,
coping,
yes, you're right. You're right.
or of seeking those activities. So I always think it's best to be super honest, transparent,
You have to be.
even if it's embarrassing, because it will encourage the next person to be like, you know what, I was really wanting to talk about that, and I didn't know who I could turn to or where I could go to kind of have that discussion.
Perfect. On that note, we're
Yeah.
going to take a short little break. Y'all don't go anywhere when we get back. We're going to be sitting down with Patricio Still and Erica Rivera right here on Real Radio 104.1. Everybody.
I'm
That's right.
sorry.
You are still, it's okay. You're still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. We keep it that real. We keep those mess ups in there. That's right, man. I want to remind everybody that you are listening to Real Laughs, and thank you guys for listening to us for the past 7 years. Can't believe it's been that long. It's me,
Yeah.
Mr. James John. I am your host for today, joined in studio with Miss Erica Rivera and Patricio, aka Rocky, in the building. I want to remind everybody out there, if you're listening, if you don't already follow us on social media, can you please go to Instagram and follow us. Please go to Facebook and follow us. And now you can go to YouTube. You guys can subscribe, like, and comment. You can see these beautiful faces to go with these smooth, velvety voices. That's right. So please go do that. And thank you guys for listening. And as always, you are encouraged to come out to our comedy shows. And when you do see us, please let us know that you listen to the show. We would love to take pics with you. We'll follow you back. So thank you guys for that. Now, Erica, we know your job, sexual health and wellness coach. Thank you so much for being here. We always have to establish a safe word because I get a little embarrassed, right? I do.
Yes. I think with safe words, it's best to use traffic lights. There's nothing like
Wrong with
you can't like
yellow.
misunderstand a traffic light.
Okay, but yes, you
Oh
can,
my
because I will
god!
say,
Oh my god! That is
wait,
so useful.
wait,
Yeah,
wait,
red,
but
yellow,
think
and
about it. Traffic lights don't work in Florida. When we see a red light, it's more of a suggestion than an actual law.
I mean, and yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
real.
yellow means go, red means go faster. So
That's right.
Okay, so unless you're from Florida, traffic
Yeah.
lights normally work.
I feel you. Now,
We
I
got
wanted
to
to
find
ask.
a whole nother setup of
We
safe words
do.
for Floridians.
We do. I wanted to ask you, you just had a really interesting experience, and usually it's Mr. Patricio telling us about the festivals that he goes to, but you went to one for the very first time, and it's very well known, and I want you to give me the inside scoop on the Burning Man Festival, correct?
Oh man, yes. So I went to Burning Man. It was my first burn, and I'm also
Is that what
I
you
didn't
call
I
it
didn't
when you go?
when you go,
My
it's your
my
first
burn.
burn.
You
Yeah,
got my
yeah.
first
And I had a
burn.
friend. It was his 13th burn, so that's who I
Damn.
originally was camping with.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so first couple days, great, dry heat. I mean, it was hot, but
It's hot.
I got
Yeah.
to experience
You
the
you you
music.
basically went to Nevada, correct?
Yes, went to Nevada,
And the
experienced
heat in that desert is basically Florida with no water.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's what it's like.
you're like it felt like I was like frying in a pan, like it was a
Nice.
little ridiculous.
yeah,
But
that's the normal feel.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And so I got to experience the art and the culture for a couple days. And then dude, that weather, once it started to rain, I didn't realize that the sand. So it's actually primarily alkaline dust and
Mhm.
it turns into a mud that's almost like cement. So you
Ooh.
sink into it, but as it dries, it hardens.
Oh wow,
So
that's crazy.
there was no traffic going in and out of La Playa, and it got a little, the first couple days we're all like, that's okay, we're gonna party anyway,
Yeah.
woo-hoo, whatever. And then like third day we're like, we're low on food and supplies, and no
I would
like
have loved.
yeah,
I would
I
have
I'm
love
like,
loved
that.
to.
no emergency vehicles are allowed in, this is not good.
Oh no, that's not good. And you also explained that out there in the middle of nowhere, your phone does not get reception, and it's frowned upon really to be on technology. They're kind of looking at you like, look, this is the ultimate. What did you call it? It's severe
It's a
self-reliant.
radical self-reliance.
Which funny
And
to me because you're like, we're low on food. It's radical self-reliance. It sounds a lot like college. Like we
like,
ain't got
yeah,
no
you're
money.
on your own.
We're on your own. Somebody help me, and I need my term papers due in 2 days. Like, what do
Yeah,
I do?
like literally on Saturday. So technically, the event was supposed to end like Monday. So
Mhm.
Saturday, I was on kitchen shift for our camp. And
Wait. We got to break this down for people who don't know. Burning Man's huge. It's about
it's huge.
70,000 people. And what happens is they make a map of the place so you can get around, but the map is very unique. Erica, explain why.
So the map is basically a clock.
A
And
clock.
so, yes, in order to get around, your camp can be, for example, my camp was at 9:15 and E. So the letters are going, we have letters and then we have the actual clock. So
Got it.
9:15 is where I was located at in comparison to someone who might be at 3:15, which that's across the playa completely.
Gotcha.
So to accommodate 70,000 plus people, that is the best way that they have it organized.
Gotcha.
Now, each camp is, obviously self-sufficient. And our camp that Saturday, we had about 150 people to feed. And
Woo,
we had
your
to
camp was
have,
big.
it was big. And we had to have, like, the electricity had been shut off originally when it started to rain. So we didn't have electricity, had to figure out food without that electricity. We had some, so here I am, they put me on kitchen shift Saturday, middle of this flood. And I'm like,
Wait. You guys are stuck
yeah.
in a hot place with no power.
No power.
That's Florida. That's hurricane season.
That's hurricane season. Yeah.
It was called,
No,
that was Hurricane
But
Burning
we didn't
Man.
get to go shopping and take everybody's toilet paper and water. That's the only thing. Like, so
yeah, at Burning Man, at Burning Man, James, like you're just too out there to actually be mad. And I would have loved to have seen the people who were on, party favors at this year's Burning Man, because bro, I'm sinking into the earth. I'm like, no, bro, you are literally sinking into the earth right now.
earth. Yeah,
it's literally happening. But I ended up making avocado toast for the entire camp.
Wait a minute.
That was the best I could do
Erica
for
Rivera.
breakfast.
Erica Rivera.
I'm not touching that one.
Wait, Erica Rivera, my Latin queen that you are. You made everybody the whitest damn breakfast.
The whitest thing ever.
Only thing missing would be egg white.
We literally were so low on food and supplies. Like, the kitchen lead was like, well, we have avocados that are going bad and bread and like some fruit. What can we do?
But were the avocados blessed by an Amazonian prince or a priest?
There you go.
In my defense, I don't think anyone there, and I'm sorry for if any of my campers are listening, I don't think anyone there knew how to make good avocado toast, because they're like, here's avocado, here's bread. I'm like, no. I'm like, please give me some lemon, some like seasoning. I need to make it into like a nice guac to put on top of this toast. Because
that's funny.
Dude.
I know there's at least one like snooty camper, like, oh, no sesame seeds or quinoa. Next you're gonna tell me there's no latte.
I actually used like everything bagel seasoning on top of it.
Okay. Look at you. Look at that. And she didn't even sprinkle it like a normal shaker. She was like like salt.
So Erica, let me ask you this. You said that this was your first Burning Man. Mine was in 2015, and it rocked my world. Now let me ask you this: your first festival, what was like your expectation, and then like facing like what was your reality?
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Great question. Expectation, because it was my first and I wasn't super knowledgeable, I thought it was going to be more so like a music festival, and because I'm super straight edge, mind you, I've never done a drug in my life. I've like smoked pot before. That's it. Okay. So like
Patricio is your exact opposite.
He's
tried all of it. Yes.
I've done everything but the pokey pokies.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something right now. When the FDA is even considering passing a drug, they call him. Patricio, was it okay?
See,
that's how they do it.
That would have been the perfect like camp buddy for me to go with him, because like I'm going into this like I have no idea. And the first thing that they tell you, at least for me, I don't know if you remember this in your burn, but they were like, so everything's a lot more fun if you just say yes. So like if you go to all these camps, whatever
Wait a minute. No.
So mine wasn't like that. Mine was similar to it.
You fell into a bad crowd. No.
So mine wasn't. I'll just say this because I'm so sorry. Mine was more of a just go with the flow, bro. That was mine. Just go with the flow, bro.
Well, of course they were like, okay, consent for everything, but he added but you'll have more fun if you just say yes to everything that is offered. And I'm like, I don't know.
He's the first person I don't trust. When you tell me that, hey man, you just say yes.
He was wearing a the Care Bears. He was wearing like a grumpy bear like suit.
Oh, nice. No, you don't trust the dude in
first interaction.
No. Okay, first off, let me tell you the rules. Okay, I don't even know the rules, but I'm gonna tell you the rules right now. You don't trust a dude dressed up like a Care Bear. Only trust a dude dressed up like a My Little Pony. That's how you work that out at a festival. That's the rules of the festival.
In his defense, the theme this year was Animalia, like animals. So it was everything is animals, and so people were dressed as furries. He happened to be in a Care Bear suit.
Wait. No. In the 100-degree heat, they're in furry.
There was furries at 100-degree heat. Yes.
Do you know the funk coming off that costume in 100-degree? Oh, it smelled like chitlins, grits, and ham in that costume. That is disgusting. Oh.
Yeah. Well, so my expectation was just like I thought it was going to be a very psychedelic situation, which in some cases, I'm sure it was for most people. But
Mhm.
what I got out of it, at least for the first like 2-3
Yeah.
days before it flooded, because I did not
Mhm.
expect that. What I liked about it was the fact that we were very community oriented, and I'm
Yeah.
not used to that. I am very much an independent kind of, I hate using this term, but
You
alpha
are though.
female type,
You are. You are.
you
You've had
know,
to do a
and
lot of things on your own. You're a strong woman. Nothing wrong
like,
with that. Yeah.
yeah, I like live on my own. James, we've talked about like my story, and
Mhm.
I had to grow up very fast.
Yeah.
So to be put in a situation where I can't say, nope, I don't need your help, I'm fine.
Ooh.
That was out of my comfort zone. Like, I did
Gotcha.
have to rely on community. We ate together, we prayed together, we did a lot of things together. I
That's
mean,
cool
yes,
though.
yeah, and it was nice to get to know people without the judgment, because I think part of the reason, not to get like too deep, but part of the reason why I'm so independent here in
Mhm.
real life too is because when you are your authentic self, there's that
Ooh,
little
you're
bit of
right.
fear that you're not going
Oh,
to be
absolutely.
accepted, and that's
Yes.
forever. We always have
Yes.
that.
Mhm.
And I can't just frolic around. However, we have an image to uphold, especially when you are a business professional, when you have a nonprofit, all these things. Whereas out there, you could literally wear whatever you want, do
Yeah.
whatever you want, say whatever you want, and no one bats an eye. Everybody was so positive at all
and,
times.
and and this is where I have to advocate for this lifestyle, because like I've gone to ravers, I've gone to festivals, and it's such a chill and comfortable vibe
Yeah.
and environment, and it gets such a negative rap. Yes, unfortunately, yes, there are people who are smoking pot, there are people on certain party
What?
favors,
Are
but
you saying people are smoking the marijuanas?
they're smoking the devil's lettuce,
The
James.
wacky tobacco?
The whack.
Shut your mouth. What are you
No,
saying, sir?
But
but
here's the
you're right.
thing.
It was accepting, because I'm straight edge, and I would tell people when they'd offer, I'm like, no, I'm straight edge, and they
Gotcha.
respected it. There was
Yeah.
no. It's not like here where people, oh, come on, Erica. I didn't get any of that.
No, you don't
Yeah.
get that. But I will say, you were telling me something interesting, Erica. You said like everybody has a little camp. You said there was a camp that you could definitely that was playing. Every camp plays different music, and there was a camp that was playing hip hop, and that was funny because you're like, that was the camp that had the weed.
I could smell it as I like
Now,
biked
I,
around.
I'm dying to ask you this question. If that camp had the weed and the map is a clock, please tell me that camp was located at 420.
Oh, it wasn't. That would have been
Ah,
so cool.
come
I
on.
wish I had gone to 420 to see what was there.
Well, you know what it would have been there? It would
Some guy
have
Jerry and a llama.
you go there. No, you go there. It's Jesus.
It's
Jesus.
That's the religious camp at
Camp.
420. 420 and C.
Could you guys tell me which camp has the Baptist? Oh, right down there, sweetie.
It's so funny because there was also camps, like, because we were talking about different music. So,
Mhm.
EDM camps, hip hop, there's classic rock. I went to a camp where it was classical music. They had an orchestra. That was super
What?
interesting because you could literally see, because you're able to dress however or not dress in
Okay,
anything.
hold that thought because we got to take a
Mhm.
quick little break. 'Cause I want to hear about the orchestra at Burning Man. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Real Last, Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Last on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James Yan, and we are your nightcap of comedy. Thank you guys for listening for so long. I'm joined in virtual studio with my good friend Patricio, aka Rocky. You know and love him from the podcast With a Side of Chaos, and also got my good friend. She's a sexual health and wellness coach. Erica Rivera is here with us today. We've been having a great conversation. We started out with talking about when she's counseling couples and they want to try something adventurous. You got to keep them out of trouble because of what happened with Kanye and his girlfriend. Because it's funny because he got banned from that taxi service because in Italy you can take boats as taxis, and when that guy saw what was going on, he was like, "That is not the tip I was looking for." So yeah. So then we started talking about Erica's experience at Burning Man, which I found interesting. It's not what I thought it was. We learned that it's a community of all these different little camps. It can be made up of 100 people in these different camps, and they offer different things for you to do. There's music there. You said that you heard hip hop music being played. There was DJs there playing EDM sets, and you said you saw an orchestra at
It was
Burning
an
Man.
orchestra. They were playing Mozart. It was beautiful. I have a little clip too, and I could send you all kinds of clips if you would like to
That
share.
is hilarious. Now,
Yeah, but
were
the girls
they had
they were
like like violins and the
cellos,
bass and cellos.
everything. The conductor, I mean, it was legit, but it was like bizarre at the same time because I'm like watching and I'm enjoying it, and I'm like, these women, the violinists were naked, like they're
Oh,
just playing,
wait a minute.
they're playing their violin
You
and
mean no
Okay.
strings attached?
no,
Oh, that was the name of the band.
that was the name.
Okay,
No, so
so
it was interesting to see how free that was. You know, there's no
okay,
uniform. It is just they are an orchestra that played every day. I think they had a show daily at the Playa.
okay. Well,
Um,
I didn't even realize this. So you said they were not clothed. Was that just
not
a
clothed.
normal thing at the festival? Like people don't have to be clothed?
You do not have to be clothed. It is clothing optional.
You didn't. You should have led with that. Like that's something interesting. When you're just walking around. The people
Yeah,
got.
so there's certain parts because we were talking about the clock, right? So there's certain
Mhm.
camps that are sex positive, like specific. So for example, I was a first time burner. I didn't do anything there like that was an offering.
Okay,
But if I wanted to go next year, essentially I could offer a sex health class at one of
that'd
the
be cool.
camps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so there were camps like that, but pretty hilarious because there was one camp that's literally said orgy dome. Like whenever
Oh
you dress,
wow.
it
Oh
literally said
my.
orgy dome, and it was for
Yeah, I would have been there.
Oh
it
Lord,
was
have
for
mercy.
couples and moresomes only. And then
Mm-hmm.
there was one camp that I never went into, so I don't know what they offered, but it
Mm-hmm.
said comfort and joy, and all you could see were fluorescent penises, like
Okay.
everywhere.
It,
But it said comfort and joy, and I was like, I wonder what they offer. Like,
I'm trying to learn. You told me don't yuck anyone's yum.
don't yuck. Yeah.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
there's camps that are sex positive, but then there's camps that have nothing to do with that. So there's the arts, there's the music, yoga. Like our camp offered yoga and
Gotcha.
meditation.
Gotcha.
We had cacao ceremonies and things like that. So
You,
there's very spiritual
you
camps
you
too.
know what I'm thinking now, Erica, and this is just a comedian in me. I can't think straight. You told me there's a whole camp with like blow up, phallic symbols. We'll say, like if with that many people in the camp, there's a Spencer's completely empty in Nevada. Like, like there's nothing left on the shelf. They're completely right.
Probably just
there's there's a
do
hot
it like
topic that's
raves with the
empty. There's just a goth girl in there sweeping. Like, no, it's gone.
all,
It's all
all
So,
gone.
so during the break, I'd made a comment, and we got Erica's attention on this one because James, and here's a funny thing. One of our listeners,
yeah.
Clay, messaged me and was
He
like, "You
did.
better."
He actually did. Yeah.
He's 2 months away. You better get James ready for EDC.
Mm.
You're going to EDC?
Yes, ma'am. You lit up when you lit up. Here's why I'm going. At the very beginning of the year, Erica, I made a vow that I was going to do new things and I was going to say yes more. I was going to do some things like face my fears. You'll be happy to know for 40 years I've avoided, not 40 years. Well, probably about around like 35. I've avoided roller coasters because I've always been terrified to get on them. I was always the dad at the bottom of the roller coaster holding my wife's purse while her and the kids rode. I mean, it was like that for years. I mean, it got so bad I started matching my outfit to her purse. Like I was always that dude. So I didn't want to be that anymore. So at the end of last year, I told my wife when we were going to Universal, I'm gonna ride Hagrid's. I'm gonna ride that ride. My wife didn't believe me. She's like, you are not gonna ride that ride. I'm like, yes, I am. So I go to the theme park. I wait in the entire line, and my wife's just looking like, you're in the line. Are you gonna ride this ride? I'm like, baby, I told you I'm gonna ride it. And she thought at the very end I was just gonna exit and not get on it as they get on it. But I rode a roller coaster, and I'm happy to report all that fear that I had, it was all in my head. I got on that roller coaster and absolutely loved it. So now I am an addict. I bought a annual pass to Disney. I bought an annual pass to Universal. All I do with my wife on the weekend, we go to the theme parks and I ride roller coasters because I love them that much now. So
Well,
I said to myself, "Thank
congratulations.
you, thank
That's
you,
amazing.
thank you."
Do
So
you
I
ever
want to
look back and you're like, dang, all that time wasted
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
could have
all that
like
time. But it's funny because I'm really enjoying myself now. Like now
I love
I'm
it.
at a point in my life where I can like buy annuals for me and my wife, and we can go. And then my kids bought themselves annuals, so we all meet up and kind of have family time and bonding over riding rides. So it's been
That is
nothing
so
but good.
cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you decide to do EDC on your own, or did someone like ask you to come, or how did that? So,
Well, I had said what I just told you on air
right.
with Patricio. So he said, James, if you really want to try something new, and he always talks about going to these festivals. So he said, would you be up to going to EDC? I'm like, yeah, I
Yes.
would go if somebody would give me a ticket. Then he came back the next week and said, James, guess what? You going to EDC. I got tickets, so I'm going. I made the commitment that I'm
So
going to go.
I'm jealous.
yeah,
See, I've
so
never been
every
to any festival like that, but I went to
Really?
Burning Man. I always go big. I never like take baby steps. I was like, Burning Man.
You're like, you know what?
and here's the thing, like I'm trying to get him ready, but like our schedules have been so crazy. And
Yeah.
that's the thing, James. You have less than 60 days. I haven't had a
Mhm.
chance to go with you to the gym. I haven't had a chance to prep you because
I don't even, bro. I don't even know a dude named Jim. Okay, let alone try to go in one, bro.
But
And
no,
when I say
every
festivals, I mean like EDM, because I did go to when we were young in Vegas,
Gotcha.
oh, okay.
which is like
I
a
already
big
got
emo fest.
I already got my outfit picked out, bro. You're gonna love it. It's a lovely peacock feather fishnet set. You
No, and I'm
Please do that. That's so hilarious. Come on, do neon like.
all that.
so the
I
the
already
good thing is that James is going to be because every year I get 2 tickets for VIP because I enjoy
you do.
I enjoy
You
it.
do.
And James, I've already talked to our crew. We are excited to have you. We're going to take
Thank
care
you,
of you,
man.
and
Thank
we're
you.
we're making like the necessary like accommodations just to make sure we don't kill you the first thing.
My
Oh
wife
my
would like you
goodness.
not to kill me. Like she would enjoy me not dying.
But between now and November 10th, James, I need
Mhm.
you to come with me to at least one show. I'll get you your ticket, but
Okay.
I need you to come with me to the Vanguard one of these Fridays or Saturdays,
Okay.
just so you get a feel of what it's like in a room of 300 people as opposed to 80,000.
That's a lot of people, but I have been practicing my fifth pump. I've been practicing that. and I've been yelling out random things during the like fax machine.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna send you. I'm gonna send you. Remind me after the show. I gotta send you the playlist just so you have a feel of what to expect when you get there.
Oh
Gotcha.
my goodness.
Gotcha.
I
It's
want
got,
to hear this
it's gonna
playlist.
be good, man. I'm gonna go to EDM. I'm gonna turn it out. And I'm not. And the thing I'm looking forward to, I'm a social person. I want to interview folks. I want to talk to
Yeah.
them about their experiences and how many times they've been here. Why do they come? And
I
let them
think
know it's
that's a
my first
great,
time.
honestly, it's a great networking opportunity. People may not see it that way, but like with
Uh huh.
me, people were like, "Oh, Burning Man, huh?" And I'm like, "No, you meet people. I actually
I'm
have
sure.
2 speaking engagements to follow up on because I met
There
people
you
out
go.
there that do
There
similar
you
things,
go.
you know."
There you
And
go.
I met people that were international too, which I loved. People
Yeah.
from
Oh yeah.
France and
I didn't
Germany,
think of that.
mm,
People,
yeah,
these festivals are so big. People come from all over the
all
world.
over to come to them.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'm
And here's the thing: every person that I've brought over the past 3 years has bought their own ticket the next year. Like
Mhm.
everyone who I've
really.
brought,
I
they
like
come
that.
back because it's like
Mhm.
you feel so free, and it's a different world, James,
You're
and I'm so
making me want to
excited.
get a ticket. I've been trying to convince myself to do EDC, and I haven't gotten a ticket. Like I'm
Do it.
like,
Well,
do
I,
I do
I
it? Do I do it?
you should, because I'm going to tell you, not only are we going to be there, me and Patricio and his crew, thank you guys for having me, but
That's
also
awesome.
Mike Busey, the Sausage Castle, will be out at EDM as well. So Miguel will be there. It's going to be fun. Like me and Miguel together is going to be silly. Like it's
That's awesome.
it's gonna be we're definitely gonna get into some hijinks. We'll say that. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun though, man. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Then I can
Now,
wear the cute outfits that I couldn't wear at Burning Man because it was raining and it was
Yeah.
gotcha. Now, my question is this: like, I'm joking about like wearing like a flamingo outfit or like
burning.
peacock, but the costumes do get elaborate, right? Like, it can be, uh,
They
um,
do. Although in the desert, there's some costumes I saw that I'm like, I would not like the furries, for example. I'm like, that's
oh
hot,
my
you know.
god,
And then some of the girls that are
mm.
not wearing as much, more power to them. Like I'm all about
Yeah.
it, but it's like synthetic fabric, and I'm like,
Mhm.
that's not feeling good. Or
Gotcha.
people that are wearing like synthetic shorts and the leather boots. I'm like, ooh. So I would rather
That's a
if I'm
lot.
gonna I would rather at least get breathable fabrics like
Yeah.
cotton and linen and make it look cute.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
no,
There you
James,
go.
we got to get together so like we can actually get your outfit ready because
Yeah.
one of our local comic friends, Daniel Martinez,
Mhm.
his costumes every year are
Oh
just
yeah, that's right.
mind blowing, and very
Gotcha.
little fabric is used
I
for.
think he was. Does he do? He does comedy.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I think he did comedy for one of our Pride fests here
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
locally.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes,
That's
he's
beautiful, man.
awesome.
Yeah, he is, and has such a warm soul too.
Oh,
Like, you
Yes.
know what I
100%.
mean? Always happy, whatnot. That I like
Yeah.
that. I like that a lot. Positive energy, people. That's right.
Very
So
positive.
Amen.
I'm going to this thing. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. I would love for you guys listening right now. Let me know if you're going to be there. I'd love for you guys to see me there. Please come up to me. Let's take pics. Let's do all. Let's follow each other on social media and whatnot. Because I'm definitely looking for new experiences. And if you guys are listening right now, I really mean it. I'm looking to do new things. So if you guys have any suggestions, you have any businesses you want me to visit or something I've never tried before, like I've never done inside skydiving. Like I try that opposed to
Oh,
really skydiving.
like those
Yeah,
clubs. Would you and your wife go to one of those clubs?
negative on that. No, we are not going to one of them clubs. No, we not. I won't even order a club sandwich now. Like we
Come
ain't doing
on,
none of that.
James. Come
It's a new
on.
experience, and
It's a new world.
you can
Yeah,
You
experience
know,
it with
yeah.
your wife.
You guys are trying to make it seem like it's a lag. You're like, I can
can
show
show
you a
you the
world.
world. Shining,
coming,
shimmering
coming
paddles.
from the belly dancing sex guru at that.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna take your word on it. I don't think I'm ready for that leap yet. That's gonna
That's
be
too. That's too
that's
too too
too
much.
much. Just let's try the peacock feathers first.
There you go. There you go.
Now we got about a minute left. I definitely want to give everybody an opportunity to say how people can follow you. So, Erica, how can people follow you on social media?
All right, so you can follow me at the Erica Rivera on all social media platforms. You can also follow my nonprofit, the National Care Foundation,
Nice.
at NTL Care Foundation. Our mission is to support sexual assault and domestic violence survivors. In October is actually Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we're having a
Amen.
fundraiser. So check us out online and get information on that.
And Patricio, thank you so much, Erica, for that. And Patricio, where can people follow you, my friend?
They can go to withasideofchaos.com to check out all my crazy shenanigans. With a Side of Chaos will be coming back the first week of January. We took a huge
Nice.
hiatus, doing a new revamp of the show. Also, if you want to come out, have a great time, Saturday, November 25th, to my birthday bash at the Veranda. Tickets are $7 online. We have 3 different DJs and the Roast of Rocky.
That's right. Thank you guys for listening so much. You can follow me on James Yan, comedian on Instagram and Facebook. As always, thank you for tuning in. And Patricio, it's your turn. Tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
We out.